So already you've shared maybe one pitfall as organizations try to become data-driven and embed AI throughout the enterprise, and that is not paying attention to AI literacy, data literacy. What are some of the common pitfalls that you've seen, and what do you think it really takes to get true enterprise adoption?
Yeah, a million, or maybe these days $1 billion question, right? I don't think there's a silver bullet. I think as everybody else would also say, change management is a huge factor. And not just change management, but I would also say change readiness. Mm-hmm. Right? It's very important to recognize that some businesses are much more ready than others when it comes to AI transformation.
Is that culture? Is it culture? Is it technical debt? Is it leadership? What is it?
I would say it starts with their core business model, right? It starts with some business models and some business operations at its core are very much aligned with what AI capabilities of today can bring. And it's very important to recognize that alignment or misalignment very early on. Some businesses are just running just as fine without AI, and may also run just as fine without AI for a few years to come. Not to contradict what I earlier said, that every business will be transformed with what we're seeing unfold. But some industries and some businesses might have a different time scale on which they're operating in terms of relevance of AI to their core business. Some businesses might require a lot of CapEx investment, right? So it's about that data maturity and able to extract data from our business processes. Think of your legacy manufacturing processes. Think about factory floors. Think about things where you don't necessarily have a nice cloud-based data repositories, hard kind of brick and mortar businesses. And it will take some time for those businesses to come to the levels of digitization, first of all, of their data, and then also have the ability to kind of transform their operations with AI. So this kind of readiness and change readiness and change management is one big factor. Of course, there's a human factor to that as well, which goes hand in hand with people that are operating these businesses. There's a lot of skepticism when it comes to complex domains and complex businesses where it requires domain expertise. There's an element of skepticism. There's an element of fear and threat, possibly as well. If this thing does a better job than I do, how do I then progress? What do I do next? So all of these things need to be actively managed with enablement in mind, right? I'm not a big kind of believer in this kind of gloomy future where we're getting replaced by robots. But I think it's a challenge that we find a way to effectively work with the technology and to really leverage all of its potential for what we can do with it.